WGO, WGO, what's going on? How y'all living, man? It's your boys here on Sunday. We know we missed last week. We had to come back to you this week. Myself and Trey, we was out having some extracurricular activities out there on that water. So please excuse us, including you, the people's coach, because we was out the net.
Oh no, don't get it twisted. CC was before we left. He was chopping it up with Mahomes and KC. So he
what?
Remember,
what?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, we back. We are back by popular demand, and we here to bring y'all the picks for week 9. You feel me? So let's go. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. We're about to get into this peak of week 9. Fortunately enough, my Eagles don't play this week, so we taking a well-needed break. We on the bye. So, you know what I'm saying? I get to sit back and watch everybody else take a L or a dub or whatever that's going to be this week. But, fellas, what's good with y'all? How y'all living?
I'm good. Man, some good sports been popping, too. Yesterday, college games. I saw some pretty good college games. Also, baseball, man, got to give a shout out to the LA Dodgers for winning back-to-back. That ain't been done in, 25 years or something? So,
25 years.
Does that make them a dynasty, though? Because I keep hearing this rumors a dynasty.
Here this dude go. Here we go.
What we not going to do? What we not going to do?
Now, here we go with this dude. Now, LA, all this. You going on.
So remember, let's keep it. Remember last year when we was playing against y'all New York Yankees. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't changed.
Right.
Yeah. Even though now I ain't gonna lie, I was over here quaking my boots because I was like, oh my goodness, I was like, because Toronto was giving them all they could handle, bro. It was like
they was. What was Toronto was in? Wasn't Toronto up first? Wasn't they up in the series first?
They was up 3. They was up. Yeah, well, no. So yeah, Toronto was up 1-0. Then LA went up 2-1. Toronto
made it 2-2.
2-2.
Right.
And then went back to
Toronto won again.
Game 3. Took Game 6. Took Game 5 in Toronto. So I mean, they went back to Toronto. LA won Game 6. What we was just talking about before coming live. And then,
Toronto was up 3-2.
3-2, right? That's what I'm saying.
3-2,
yeah. That's what I'm saying. It was up.
3-2. I'm sorry. Yeah, LA took Game 6, and then last night. So last night I was watching it. I was like, yo, and I looked up. I was like, we down? And then I looked up. And it was 3-1. It was 2-4. And then I was like, damn. And then I went and helped Jax out with some stuff on her homework. But I couldn't see the TV because the monitor was blocking. And I got up and came back around to my desk, and I was like, "Oh snap! Lopez hit that home run." I was like, "Yeah, let's go 4-4." I was like 4-4. So, and then I was watching when Will Smith went Batista bomb to left field, and it's like, and it was just a matter of sitting there. It was some close moments though. Them 3 when it was
a good series. It was a good series. Man.
When bases was loaded for Toronto, I was like, oh, hell. And Yamamoto had to sit up and come up out of there. I was like, okay, let's go.
Yamamoto, hats off.
Yeah.
They brought Savage was cooking. I think they just overplayed Savage. He had a good first game. He had a good Game 5. I think they just went to the well too many times on him. And he wasn't ready. And that's what and they caught him slipping. And it was over after that.
They didn't have a choice though. Toronto didn't have a choice, man. They went with the best. I saw some good pitching, but some good bats. Rojas wasn't expected to hit a home run last night. He made it 4-3. Rojas made it 4-3, and I forgot who hit the who tied it up 4-4. But yeah, Rojas coming through.
Muncy made it 4-3.
Yeah,
Rojas tied it up.
Rojas tied it up. That's what it was. But yeah, that was crazy.
And then Will Smith ended it because everyone was, like you said, everyone was looking at Mookie. Maybe everyone was looking at Ohtani. You know what I'm saying? So they try to keep him off the board. But shout out LA. Let's get it. Appreciate y'all. Let's go.
Shout out to LA. I didn't know if they was gonna be able to pull out the win or whatever, but man, shout out to LA.
You know how many times, bro? You know how many times I wanted to cut the TV off? I
can imagine. Oh hell yeah! Oh, I can imagine.
Like, I don't even want to see this. I was like, I just see it when it comes up on my phone. Like, I don't want to see this. Yeah. So that
man, shout out to him though, man. Yeah, shout outs to LA for pulling out the dub. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe it. Was the MVP right or the? It was a
Yamamoto.
Oh, it was Yamamoto. Oh, okay.
Yamamoto. Yeah. Yo, he deserved it, bro. It was like he did his thing.
Did he deserve it though? Because he did that in that. But hold on, he did that in that game. But Ohtani did it the whole series. The whole series.
Yamamoto pitched.
He was 4. He was 3-1 in the series. So Yamamoto did his thing. And then came in as a closer and closed it out. Like they was betting on it. And shout out to our manager because he played it as best he could. He kept Yamamoto on the sideline. He brought in Snell. He brought in Ohtani. He was doing what he could. Try to get to where he can to let Yamamoto go ahead and close it out. So he did what he had to do. And it ended up working out. So, you know what I'm saying? What's good, Sauce? What's going on, fam? What's good with you? So he did exactly what he needed to do. It was tough.
Yeah.
But is that going to be the new thing in baseball right there, man, where you in a game 7 and Dave Roberts used all his starting pitchers, man.
The starters.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You got to
game time. He had to.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do to get that W, man. You in the World Series right now.
He was trying to match him. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything.
It was chess. He was playing chess.
Hey, I don't care.
He was matching what Manning was doing.
CC, I don't care if you pulled the first starter. If you need him to come back in after the third starter ain't do. Hey, man, come back on. Bro, bring everybody. I don't care. This is it. Game 7 too. Yeah. This is it. All balls to the wall. Hey, we got to do what we got to do. So I don't blame you. I do see that.
You know what? We didn't get the chance.
I see that in the future. I do see that in the future. More coaches doing that. Yeah.
So while we on this topic, shout out to the Las Vegas Aces. We didn't get a chance to big up the ladies in the game. WNBA Las Vegas Aces was champions this year. Aja Wilson putting herself on that Mount Rushmore, in my opinion.
Beast.
So
you gotta be the best. You gotta be the best
WNBA player ever. I'm talking about ever, bro. We talking.
Wait, ever? Wait, hold on. Whoa.
Bro. In my opinion, she has surpassed Leslie. Cheryl Swoop,
I agree with you.
Lisa Leslie.
I agree with you.
No, y'all bugging. Y'all is bugging.
Cooper, I love all y'all.
Thank you. I do too. But listen. The reason why we say this is why I say that, Trey. I'm gonna say why I say it. I say that because she's done so much in such a short time.
Yeah,
she's done so much in such a short time. That's why I said it. She's going to. If she hasn't yet, you gotta say she's going to. Come on, man. Aja Wilson is killing the game.
Aja Wilson is,
she's killing the game.
I love Aja Wilson, right? I love Aja Wilson. But when we say ever, right? When we say ever, I'm going to run down a couple of names.
Even Cheryl Miller. Or Reggie Miller.
I almost thought, bro. You don't know how. You don't know how I almost just used a racial slur on you just now. What you just said.
All of them, bro.
We talking about Cheryl, we talking about Cheryl Miller. We talking about Lisa Leslie. Cheryl Swoops. Cynthia Cooper. Maya Moore. Sylvia
Moore.
Diana Taurasi.
Yes.
Candace Parker.
Dawson too. Don't forget what's her name? What's her name? The coach, the head coach.
Rebecca Lobo. Come on.
Rebecca. The one that's winning over in The one that's winning over what's her name?
Oh, you talking about Don Staley?
Don Staley. Thank you. I don't know why I say Dawson. Don Staley. All of them.
Man,
What
I think
has
he better than
bro? What has Aja Wilson done, bro? Like why
So
can't she be?
this is what
Why
I would
can't
say,
she
right?
be for you,
This
Trey?
is-
That's my question for you. Why can't she be?
Hose clawed and catchings, like so.
Yo,
this is
Tamika
what I would
Hose
say.
Call? Yeah, I love Tamika.
Yeah,
That was
they
my
were
girl
all
back
good.
in the day. Tamika was my
They were
girl.
all
Teresa
good.
Witherspoon, come on, fam. But so this is why I say,
stop it.
right? And what we have, it goes back to the same thing in NBA when we talk about it's the eras, right? Asia is cooking in this current era. This is what she's doing her thing in this era. Mm-hmm. So it's no different from the men's game when we talk about looking at, because the way the game is played changes throughout the eras. When Cheryl Miller was the most dominant female basketball player that we've seen, you know what I'm saying? And for her era, in that last, so there's always a homage that is being played, that is paid to certain players. Hence, we was just talking about. I watched the Allen Iverson joint this morning, and so of course, it's interesting. It's definitely interesting. It's some stuff that comes out. There's some stuff that comes out. You was like, "Yo, this is brilliant." It's like, okay, so it's gonna be some things that's probably some people probably gonna look at Allen Iverson in a different way, honestly. But I mean, it comes down like that. But it becomes the error, right? And when you look at, like me looking at that, and of course, when they sit up and pinpoint certain things, if they go do a Cheryl Swoops documentary, we're going to see Cheryl Swoops in a different light, because it's going to be pinpointing on her, where it gives more of a thought to, like, okay, maybe she was that person. Same thing with Cheryl Miller, everyone like that. Asia is doing her thing right now. She's the most dominant player right now when we talk about, because she was in the same breath as Stewie in over there in New York, but when she was dominant, and then when she was up in Seattle, it went as a Storm, and then she went to end up going to the Liberty. So it's going to switch right now. Aja is like legitly, handling her business, doing her thing, and she's doing it under the radar. Like, think about how many conversations we've had or looked at where it was like Aja Wilson wasn't in the conversations with Caitlin Clark, or all these new cats that's coming into the game for them, that's reinvigorated them. But Asia's like, I'm still here. Like, I ain't went nowhere. I'm only 7 years in the business. Like, how you forget about me? So I shout out my hat to her. But when we talking about the best all time,
she's
it's undeniable. It's undeniable. It just shows her presence. That look, they had a losing record when she was hurt. When she got healthy, how many games did they lose when she got healthy? Like they lost 2 games when she got healthy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, she made a whole difference, man.
She is that GOAT of basketball right now. I get the era thing. I totally understand where you're coming from, but we can't really compare the era thing in regards to women and men's basketball, because unfortunately, yes, we know the athleticism that the men have compared to the women can't be really compared. So we look, the game of basketball has changed drastically from our era in which we watched the Michael Jordans, the Isaiah Thomas, the Magic Johnsons, the Pennies and the Shaqs, compared to today's, with the Giannis's, the Greek Freak, and Dame Time and all of that. We've seen how times have changed in basketball. Basketball back then, in that era, during our era, was way more physical compared to this era, which is a lot more flopping. But however, in this era, there's better shooters, and some people would argue that issue. But we've seen some of the most pure shooters in this era than we did compared in our era. You know what I'm saying? From the Klay Thompsons to the to Steph Curry's to the Dames. Nobody was shooting at a range in which this era is shooting from now. You know what I'm saying? And with the women's basketball, of course, we can't really compare eras, because basketball for WNBA is not that far back to where we can go back as far as we can with the NBA. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to do a fair comparison when it comes to eras and things of that nature, in my opinion. That's only on my side of it. But, I mean, when that's all said and done, like, I'm with CC, man. This woman has changed the game. Like, when that woman comes into the arena, it's like, bro, what is this woman is about to do? Like, if it was a male version of her, like, they've already compared her to who is it in male? I think is it Giannis?
Giannis Antetokounmpo?
I think it's Giannis. I think they made her a comparison as far as the male version of her in women's basketball. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, wow, like who does that? Like that's unheard of. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. They've compared a lot of the other WNBA superstars to a lot of people, but not like they do in A'ja Wilson, man. This woman right here, and nothing take. I love me some Candace Parker. I do. I love Candace. Candace Parker was a beast. Well, you know what I'm saying? She holds a few records, if I'm not mistaken, on her gameplay in the WNBA. You know what I'm saying? And she bounced back, and she came back and bounced back. Did she bounce back after having some kids too?
For a second, yeah.
Yeah, she bounced back after having kids. Still was a dominant player. So that says a lot in itself. You know what I'm saying? To come off having kids, birth some kids, and then come back into the league and still do what you do. I mean, that speaks volumes. But and she ain't the only one to do that. The other players have done that.
I just thought about something, right?
So Maya Moore, you know, I like Maya Moore. She was really
Maya
really
Moore
good.
was a beast. Yeah, Maya Moore was. You know what I'm saying? And then who was that one that who just retired? What's the one that just retired?
Diana Taurasi.
It's Taurasi. Now you talking one of the best point guards ever in the game. Diana Taurasi was probably one of the best point guards in WNBA history. Come on, I'm not gonna knock her for that. I'm not gonna.
So I'm looking at this comment from Sauce, right? And so at first I was like, yeah, Sauce, but I realized it comes with strings. He's a Tennessee Vols fanatic.
And
so everyone that's on the list is basically all
Tennessee. And Parker, they all Tennessee.
Yeah, basically. I mean, rightfully so. Right.
Well, let's talk about the Tennessee Vols about yesterday.
Last night.
Applewhite. You ain't talking about that. Yeah, you ain't talking about that. How about them Vols last night? But anyway, keep it going all day. Look at him. Look at that's all. But anyway, what you were saying, Trey, about them? Yeah, he's always gonna.
Yeah, that's what it was. But rightfully so. You know, saying let's shout out Pat Summitt, the late Pat Summitt.
A true pioneer, a true man. She's a goat of coaches. Come on now.
Yeah.
The go-to coaches, man. Come on.
One of them. So last night, right? I mean, like we said, shout out the Aces, shout out the Dodgers, shout out to the Lakers. It's not like it's early, but we're talking about how they're recovering when you ain't got they're down their 2 stars. And
no, he came back, didn't he?
Johnson came back.
Johnson came back last game. Yeah, he came back. Yeah, he came back the other night. But you know what I'm saying, we was basically talking about when we was getting off, we basically spoke about how Austin Reeves has
balling out,
transformed himself from nobody to we know he about to get a bag. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all think healthy. I mean, we're gonna get back into our NFL, but do y'all think Austin is gonna be in LA? You think LA gonna pay him next year?
If he can stay healthy, he don't necessarily have to keep up the same numbers, but if he can keep up numbers similar to what he's doing right now, absolutely he finna get a bag. He ain't got no choice.
Well, he'll get the bag, but do you think LA's gonna play him? At this point, I don't.
So it all depends. So this is the key thing, and y'all, I'm coming to y'all, both of y'all. It all depends on LeBron James. That's gonna determine whether or not he gets that. If LA's gonna give him that bag, that's in my personal opinion. That's what I think.
Yeah, I think it's time for LA to make a decision. Is it time to get off LeBron and start paying guys like Reeves, or is it time? You know, or are you all in on LeBron and Luka right now? Like, you gonna have to make a choice.
In my opinion, shout out to my man Seven Mitchell. In my opinion, we let LeBron go ahead and go. I mean, LeBron is not even a factor at this point. I mean, he's a factor, but he's not a huge factor. Like, we know as long as he's around, he's polarizing.
He's not a factor. Polarizing. He's not a factor at all, Trey. Don't do that. Yeah. Trey, don't do that. He's not a factor. You know that. He's not.
Well, I'm saying he's polarizing from the point of what he's small.
No, go ahead.
He's polarizing from the aspect of what he brings in the whole totality. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, his gameplay is going to be that. Like, we're not going to expect LeBron to get
his
off
presence, basically.
To 40. Yeah.
You talking about his presence. Okay.
Yeah. So from an aspect of that, like, you know what I'm saying? He's enough of a player to where if you have some above average players, you got to account for him. You can't just leave him like he's you know what I'm saying? It's like that. But for me, when I look at it, and y'all know this is how it does in my opinion, across all aspects of sports, when players get that bag, they change. That's the reason why I say Austin Reeves isn't going to get a small bag. Like, Austin Reeves is about to be he's about to be up there. Like he went from league minimum to saying his last deal. I think he made about 7 to 14. He's about to be in 20 plus, and that's where he's about to be at. Does LA pay for that and expect to have the same type of? I think when you get that type of money, you have to stay a certain type of player. You can't be the player you was to get that money. You got to go to the next level. And you know what I'm saying? So that's why I say I wouldn't want Austin Reeves. If let him go ahead and get his bag somewhere. You wouldn't want him? Nah, let him go ahead and go get his bag somewhere.
Wow.
Man,
so I don't
because
go ahead, CC.
Is he going to?
I know you finna say something similar to what I'm saying. I know you about to say something.
Hit him with bars. Younger with the hunger, man. That's how you got to go. You got to give that man. Not only do you got to pay that man, but hey, if him and Luka play well together, these next 20 games or something like that, you got to start looking at this is the guy, man. You got a team.
Agreed.
They're the same player. They're the same player.
How you figure?
Really not.
Not at all. Not at all.
They're
not
the same player.
Opinion. How you figure?
They're combo guards. They're combo guards. They're the same player.
They're not the same player.
I can't put him in the same category as Luka. I cannot.
I mean, I'm not saying. So I'm not saying that. I'm legitimately. You're right. Like so. Thank you for making sure. So let me write the compass. I'm saying they're the same type of player. They're not the same player, truthfully or not, but they're the same type of player. So you have. So it makes it. So you have two. You have a combo.
So you saying you basically get
you
don't get the same dynamics with either one of them on the court. In other words.
Yeah. You're gonna. They're both guards, and they're both. So that. It's like you. So you don't. So that's what I'm saying. So it makes it hard, especially when you're about to lose LeBron.
Only difference is boy play defense better than Luka.
But haven't you seen in the era? Man, stop it. We watched Michael and Scotty. Were they not pretty much similar players? Like for real, and they won. Not. I mean, yeah, they were similar players.
Very similar.
Mike was a shooting guard that could run the point. Scottie Pippen was a small forward that could run the point. Two different players. They're similar, but they're from two different positions.
And that's the only reason you say. But the only reason why you can say that is because Scottie Pippen was 6'9" to Michael Jordan 6'6". So you saying that because Scottie Pippen was considered a small forward at 6'9", Michael Jordan was 6'6" at a shooting guard. I get it, but if you're looking at, because I don't know how tall is Luka and how tall is what's his name?
I think Luka's 6'5".
Reed, Austin. Okay, and Luka's how tall? 6'8". Oh, I thought
3 or something like that. 6'5". They might be the same height.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So what to carry out what CC said, Michael and Scotty were a lot alike. When both of them can kill you on the dribble, both of them can shoot the jumper, both of them can definitely penetrate and finish at the rim. Like they was the only difference was one was 6'9" in Scotty and Michael Jordan was 6'6" at shooting.
So I'll give you my best rendition of how it varies, right? Mm-hmm. Think about Dame Lillard and CJ McCollum. That's what I see right now that we have in LA. When you look at other backcourts, i.e., think about Chauncey Billups and Rip Hamilton. They was a backcourt, but they had different roles in their backcourt. So when you look at it, as you talking about a Hall of Fame tandem versus what you had at Dame Lillard and CJ McCollum, same thing when you speak about it, because say CJ McCollum wasn't sought after, it didn't come about. He just played well with Dame, but they presumably was the same type of player. That doesn't bode well. That's not going to work. It becomes when you think about Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, they're both shooters. You got two shooters, but you have a shooting guard that gives you something else, an all-around defensive player, and then you have Steph that was a playmaker. So that's what I need. You need the diversity in that. And if you got the same type of player, it doesn't bode well.
Why doesn't it? Because you say it don't bode well, but if we're using your examples in Klay Thompson and Steph Curry, they got how many rings together?
That worked, yeah. Well, I'm saying that worked, but I'm saying they wasn't the same type of player. They were shooters. But you had a all-around defensive stalwart in Klay Thompson
yes,
yeah, who was a shooter, true enough, shooting backcourt, and you had Steph Curry, who was their playmaker and a shooter. You didn't have.
But you don't feel like you got that with Luka, and you don't think you have that with Luka and
Reed can play a little defense.
Yes, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he can play. So Reed, sure enough. But I think they're closer. I think they are closer to Steph. I think they're closer to CJ McCollum and Dame Dash. Dame Lillard than they are to Dame Dash. It's the Rock.
Yeah, Dame Lillard. I don't know. I feel like Luka and boy could be a lot like Klay Thompson and Steph Curry. In my opinion, I do. I see that. I can see them two coexisting on the same floor in the same uniform and being able to take the Lakers to another level. Do I want to see that? Hell no. But I'm just saying, I do. Yeah, I do see that. I can see that happening because I feel like who's been in longer? Luka, right? Been in the league longer out of them two?
I think they might have came in at the same time.
Or the same time.
Luka might have a year.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
they're roughly around the same time.
Yeah, so with that being said, you got to look at longevity with them two now. You got to look at it longevity. Now you're looking at, okay, if these two can coexist and keep up what they're doing, even though we know boy's not finna put up them numbers when Luka's in the game like he is. Like he's not finna put up them 40 points. Yeah, we know that. But as long as he can contribute and help, bro, I think they be. And then they got and then they picked up what's his name? What's the center?
Aiden.
Aiden, Andre Ayton.
Andre Ayton, bro. Listen. They about to die. They got a tandem over there. That's a tandem. If they could gel, it's gonna be a problem out west. It's gonna be a major problem. Major problem, in my opinion. Just my opinion. I just see that's how I see it.
So it definitely comes down. We'll see. Go ahead, CC.
I see everybody in the West going bigger, right? Longer players on the court, right? And I think it's all because of OKC, right? Trying to match up with who won the last championship. They got a lot of tall players. Ain't nobody under 6'5", 6'4" on OKC starting lineup. Now that pushed the Lakers to have to get a taller lineup. You see what Wemby them doing. They got a bigger lineup. Everybody going all the way big across the board. The only one is Golden State with Steph Curry, right? The rest of them, they got big bodies. Big bodies.
Speaking of that, Bishop, we got to hit a game at some point.
Yeah, we do, man. Because right now, the Spurs they done fool around and they done set a record for the most wins, being undefeated for 6 games now.
Wemby looking nice with a little weight on, boy.
Women, and that's what the Lakers got to contend against. With that boy playing like he playing, and them young kids over there, bro, the Lakers got to contend with that. They got to contend with that, bro. It's gonna be a problem.
Getting back into the reason we hear Football Manifest, y'all shout out for powered by First Formation. I hate to start it off like this, CC, because I'm very sure we finna get this dude going. But speaking of contending, how does Howie continue to do this? What do you think, Bishop, CC, about Zaire Alexander? Look at this dude. He came. Zaire Alexander being dealt to the Philadelphia Eagles yesterday.
I love it. Roseman
is the ultimate blocker at the party. You trying to hook up with the lady, man, and he just blocked. You know what I'm saying?
He said the ultimate blocker at the party.
I didn't even know the Eagles needed a cornerback.
You did too. Yes, you did. The way we've been getting toasted, bro, we've been getting mocked in the secondary, bro. We needed it. We needed the ultimate
blocker at the party, man. Say something for everybody else, man. You know what I'm saying? For real.
He's the ultimate blocker at the house party. Man, get him up out of here, man. He ain't letting nobody get nobody, man. Get him up out of here. I love it. I ain't gonna lie. I love it. I saw it. I was in shock, actually, when I saw it because it was after practice. And I looked and I see, was after practice after I took a nap, too. I woke up and I said, what? We got what? What? I was like, oh, let's go. So Howie is the man, yo. Howie is the man. I love me some Howie, bro, because he gonna make things happen. I love that.
At this point, At this point, I think Howie Roseman has RICO charges potentially pending against everybody, and he's basically like, "Hey, you remember this was going down."
RICO charges.
So even
RICO
you
charges.
go, yes, RICO's. He got RICO. He got RICO proof from everyone's like, "Hey, you know what? You know what I'm saying? It's time. Hey, you know what I'm saying? You just owe me. You owe me. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. We'll handle it later." And then it comes time, and people got to be like, "Hey." Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's how we doing something.
Man,
He got cameras in people in his locker room. He got cameras in the send a team.
Yeah. I mean, I love, like I said, I love what Howie's doing. Yeah, he's doing great things, man, for us. I think he's taking. I don't know who he's. I don't know how he's looking at the game. I don't know if he's listening to the defensive coaches, the head coaches, or who is listening to the fans. Or I don't know what he's doing. But Howie's on his. He's doing his homework, bro. He's doing his homework. He got straight A's. This semester. He's doing his homework, bro. Howie is doing his homework, and he's looking and listening to what we need, and sees what we need. He's seen. I don't know what CC talking about, because CC I know CC on some BS talking about we didn't need no man. The way we've been getting toasted by these damn receivers, they've been tearing our butt apart. We're like 32nd in allowed passing yards or something like that. Or we at the bottom of the barrel in regards to allow passing yards allowed. So we definitely needed that. I think that was a big move for us, and I'm hoping it'll be something worthwhile. It'll pan out for us. Good thing is we on a bye week too. Gives them time to learn everything. Get in there with the defense for a whole 2 weeks before we play again. Man, I love that.
That's what I'm saying. The moves.
So we got to take consideration.
They killing my Cowboys right now, man. Them the moves we should be making. That's all I'm saying. Like,
y'all have the chance. Y'all problem is Jerry. Jerry just don't want to spend no money, man. Jerry is the most frugal type of dude I've ever seen in my life. This dude don't want to spend no money, man. That's just plain and simple. Jerry don't want to spend no money.
So then let's take in consideration we're really going off the name what we knew Zaire Alexander as, but also taking consideration he hasn't played really at all since he's been signed to Philly. I mean, since he's been signed to Baltimore. So the expectation is that he has a lot to give right now because he hasn't been able to get any game time, getting playing time. So we definitely want to see.
Agree, Applewhite.
That part.
But he can't take that money. The thing about it is, I don't understand. This is my problem with it, Applewhite. He can't take that money with him when he passed. What are you gonna do? That money stay here on earth once he leaves. So what is you so protected in your pockets for? And it ain't, you can't say for generational wealth because that's already secured. That bag is secured. We already know that. That bag is totally secure.
So this is what I say. This is what I say about that. So this is what I say about me. And one of the things that came up as on the documentary is the fact of it was said by someone that you can't spend $100 million in a lifetime.
In a lifetime. Fact.
So then the rebuttal to that was you can spend $100 million. Yeah, they said that when you look at it, I mean, it would be absurd, but it's possible. You can spend $100 million a day. So when you look at that, I think what people tend to do is do enough to try to hold on. Like what? Has got Jerry to the point in which he is, that has him the power in which he has been some of how he moves. Now, it may not be a good blueprint for this.
You breaking up over there. Everybody looking for a who's now. Hello? Oh, there you go. Y'all out there?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, yeah, I don't know.
It's just my video. What's cause messing up?
Well, breaking up too. You're breaking up as well. It's not
but
just a video.
You're saying shout out to Rowdy Holt top.
Yeah, I just see Jerry Jones as Man, I don't know what he's doing as far as the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, I can't see the vision. I mean, you say you want to win a Super Bowl before you out of there, but it don't really look like you making Super Bowl moves. I
That
mean,
part.
you got a good offense, and everybody always going back. You know, but I'm so tired of hearing about the Michael Parsons deal that because if you thinking that because if you're a Cowboys fan, then you know that wasn't the only deal. He let DeMarcus Lawrence go before that, let him walk out the building like for nothing. And you know, and he was at least somewhere. So what was he gonna do with Michael Parsons? Michael Parsons out there playing by himself? Like that ain't no. You see this defense is atrocious. It's like the hiring of Eberflus that was suspect, but I'm not gonna put all the blame on Eberflus. Like I said Thursday, the players got to step up. It's like, but Jerry used to demand that from the players. He's not even demanding that from the players that they step up and do their part, right? Like, so it's different now. So maybe he is just about his money right now.
Yeah, so at some point you can't blame just the coaches. You have to blame the players. I mean, because the coaches can only coach as much as they can coach. But now you have to blame the players. Have to be accountable for what they're not doing on the field. And if you're not doing what you're supposed to do on the field as a player, hey, you got to make some adjustments. And if adjustments means, excuse me, removing you from the Dallas Star, then that's what it means. But again, that's up to Jerry. Jerry needs to make those moves. And if he doesn't play, I feel like Jerry, his whole thing is he's trying to get as much as he can try and get out of drafts picks. That's what he wants. He looks for draft picks. Jerry, I think in his mind, he's looking at long term. If I can get a younger player that's good, that's playing well in NCAA football in college, he comes to the Cowboys and he continues that trend of playing well. I've got him for a generation of time. You know what I'm saying? For a long period of time. Jerry not looking to get no old players. When the last time you seen Jerry go pick up anybody that was a veteran? And don't worry,
Well,
CC, I'll wait.
he picked up Steph Gilmore a couple of years ago on our defense, but I think that was more Mike McCarthy wanting that guy when
Yeah,
Gilmore
I'm
was
talking about
already.
Jerry. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. More of a
You know what I
Jerry
mean?
saying, oh, yeah, I
You know,
want to go get this
yeah,
veteran player. When have you seen Jerry do that? Terrell,
yeah,
Dez, okay,
yeah.
Ware,
He
Parsons, and
does
so
have this
on.
thing where
Michael
it seems
Parsons
like no. I
Parsons
think
wasn't no
what he's saying is that he get rid of all the players, the best players, the ones that outside the
oh
star. He gets
yeah.
rid of those. You know, Terrell Owens, Dez, Demarcus
What
Ware.
else? Come on. Yeah.
I'm looking at that like, yeah, he does seem to have a pattern, but the biggest thing to me is you keep some of the talent, but then you like for me, he keeps trying to relive 1990 something, man. It's like, dang,
Right.
you built a team through the draft before like that with the Herschel Walker move, and you keep trying to make that next Herschel Walker move, but it ain't panning out that way.
Right.
It
Right.
ain't panning
And
out that way.
he's one. I totally agree with you, CC. I feel like Jerry Jones is stuck in the past. He feels like I feel like he feels as though he thinks as though if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But it's broke, Jerry. It's way broke.
Yeah,
It's broke,
way
Jerry.
broke.
Bro, Jerry is broke. You know what I'm saying? He's that old school coach that want to run the wishbone still. You know what I'm saying? He that old school
Yeah,
coach that want to run the wishbone or want to want to run a certain type of defense for the the defense that are non-existent to this day. You know what I'm saying? Steady trying to
hmm
run certain things that you don't see the option play in NFL. Like what? You don't do
what
that.
you doing?
Like yeah, what are you doing? You can't do that. That's so 1900s, 1990. You can't do that now, bro. And Jerry
hmm
just don't want to, and there's no one around to tell Jerry, hey, bro, look, this is what we need to do, bro. If you plan on winning a Super Bowl before you leave this earth, we need to make these type of moves.
Right, but
Seriously.
he the ultimate
Nope.
Kanye. He the ultimate Kanye. My money right, you can't tell me nothing.
That part.
You can't tell him
That part.
nothing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. And you steady living off those past
Yeah,
Super Bowls. You can't live off those no more, bro.
yeah.
You can't. You
Get in
can't.
the now, Jerry. Get in the
Yeah.
now. Upgrade.
Yeah, get in the now. Yeah, that part. Get in the now, Jerry. You cannot live off those past Super Bowls, bro. You can't. Nobody cares about them no more, bro. We too. A lot of
You breaking up now. Yeah, almost got bad weather out in San Antonio. They breaking up. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna keep it rolling. It's like looking at the schedules and looking at how the Dallas Cowboys have been falling off. We like, whoa, there
Look.
you go, you back.
Oh, look. See, he like Jerry himself. Look. He like Jerry
I mean, I
himself.
know we got 5, but
But
am I the only progressive Cowboy fan on the planet? Like,
that's what I'm saying,
like
bro. As soon as you
where's
talk
6
to
and 7
somebody,
at? Where's 6 and 7 at? You know, you know what I'm saying? Where's 6 and 7 at?
Pittsburgh kept it
Like,
going. Pittsburgh kept it going.
you know, where's 6 and
Pittsburgh
7
kept it
at,
going.
man? Like, can we get one in the 2020s? I mean, we missed
Yes,
the 20
Pittsburgh.
teams. We missed the two
Pittsburgh.
G's.
You know what I'm saying?
It's 3 decades.
That's what I'm saying. Pittsburgh kept it going. That's the first thing a Cowboy fan will say. Oh, we got 5 Super Bowl rings. It don't matter if it ain't in 2020 and beyond.
But Jerry,
Nobody cares.
Jerry only got 3 of those 5. Like, he ain't got all 5. Let's not get it
That
twisted
part.
to say he ain't got all those 5. It was another owner before that. So my thing is, you got 3 in your ownership tenure. Where's 4 and 5 at? Don't you want to be that guy, Jerry? That's all I be saying sometimes. Like,
Don't you, Jerry? Don't you want to be like the GOAT? Don't you want to be like, you know what I'm saying, Bill Belichick? Don't you want to say what don't you want to follow that statue of what Bill Belichick has done? Even though you're not a coach, but he's a coach who's got more than has 6 rings.
Robert Kraft came in after you and surpassed you, bro. like
that part
after you and surpassed you, bro. Like,
that part.
Like, it's that time, you know.
That says nothing. That says nothing, Applewhite. That says nothing. Just because you won 30, it does. What does that mean? Okay, what does that mean? 30 years ago, the champion. What does that mean? It means nothing because you guess what? Pittsburgh has kept it going. Kansas City is on their way. They still doing what they doing. Dallas Cowboys is the only one not progressing.
We got to progress.
Only one.
I've seen, you know, because I'm not, you know, like I don't want to hate on nobody's team, but I've seen the 49ers make 2 Super Bowls. They ain't win them, but they've been there. It's like,
they've been there.
Get there right now.
Get there. Y'all can't even get there. The Cowboys can't even get there.
We can't even get there right now. You know, like I love the greatness. I love the tradition. I'm definitely a historian, but right now, in the now, as a fan, I want to see it now, Jerry. I want to see one. You worried about one before you pass. Hey.
You say you worried about yours too. I get it. Cowboy greatness. Rich Applewhite. Where is greatness? Y'all was great. Y'all were great. Past tense. You can't call it greatness now. That was past tense. There was a plethora of great teams. Green Bay was great. Pittsburgh was great. You know what I'm saying? There were other teams that were great. You can't say that, bro. 30 years since the last time y'all had greatness? 8 times what? 8 times what? Applewhite, what? 8 times what?
We talking about eight appearances in the Super Bowl. 8 times, lifetime, 8 appearances.
But when was the last Super Bowl, CC?
That's what I'm saying. 30 years ago, right? 95.
Exactly. How many times in the big game? Oh, we've been in. How many times have we been? So we've got what, 5?
Like 5 or 6 somewhere.
Yeah, we got 5. We got 5 Super Bowl appearances, and we got 2 Super Bowls. 5. But we got ours more recently than y'all. And we've been to the Super Bowl more recently than y'all. You talk about a lot of the players that's on, what I was saying earlier, a lot of the players that's playing right now don't even remember the Cowboys winning the Super Bowl. Think about that.
Yeah, a lot of them ain't even 30 years old.
Exactly. Think about that. Think about a lot of the players that's playing now outside of Dak Prescott and probably Aaron Rodgers and them, Joe Flacco. Half these cats may not even been born yet.
Yeah, most of them.
When the last time y'all been to Super Bowl, last time y'all even been to it. Been. Not one, been. Let's talk about been.
You got a lot of players on the team that have it. You know what I'm saying? Like you got a lot of players on the team that have it.
You can't say besides. You can't say besides. Still lead the NFC. Besides, you can't say besides, then you don't lead the NFC, sir. You can't say besides. That's what CC was just saying. You can't say besides.
I mean, there's no excuses for us, man. We got to do something. Jerry got to do something better. We got to go on and put it together. I mean, I know you want to be that owner GM that wins, but you got to win at some point. You know, you got to win.
How are you? CC, please get your boy. We are the standard in the NFC.
I love it. I'm a diehard fan.
We are the standard.
What standard right now? Like,
exactly. What standard are y'all?
What standard?
What standard?
Yo, and while we talking, I want to put this out there, like, because I listen to a lot of sports when I'm riding throughout my day, working and stuff, and I hear all this talk about how good Schottenheimer is doing. We 3-4-1. You ain't doing that good. I mean, I don't want to hear that. Like, when was ever 3-4-1 good? Like,
it wasn't. It's below 500,
I'm
bro.
serious. Like, so I don't want to. I'm hearing experts. You know what I'm saying? I'm hearing experts saying that Schottenheimer is doing a great job. I'm like, 3-4-1, and I wonder what teams those guys represent when they say he's doing a great job at 3-4-1.
Maybe they're talking. Maybe they're talking about CC. Maybe they're talking about he's doing good as far as the offensive side of the ball. Because offensively, y'all are doing well on the offensive side of the ball. Maybe that's what they're saying in regards to Schottenheimer. Because in Schottenheimer, coach, and he's offensive-minded coach.
Yeah, but weren't we doing pretty much, except for what last year when Dak was hurt, a couple of years Dak was hurt. Weren't we doing that with McCarthy though? Like we was doing that with McCarthy, like high-powered offense. We was doing the same thing and getting better results, 12-5. Like 3-4-1. That's not good enough, man. As a Dallas Cowboy fan, I'm telling you, for me, my personal opinion, that's not good enough. So I don't want to hear this talk about this guy doing a good job with 3-4-1. That is not good. And I'm sorry, ESPN, your whole cast, all y'all analysts on here that said that.
All of them said that?
Yeah. The Mina Kimes, the Stephen A. Smiths, all of them that saying that Schottenheimer is doing a good job at 3-4-1. Man, I don't know what y'all on.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what
crazy.
Y'all on.
That's crazy. That's mad crazy. 3-4-1 is below 500, sir. And I don't know how that's considered doing great as a coach. I mean, maybe they looking at it. They don't have. Well, I was about to say they don't have a losing, but they do have a losing record. But I don't know. As a first year coach, as his first year in Dallas, maybe they feel that's good. I don't know. I don't know what they're basing it on. I don't know what they're basing it on.
I don't know neither.
Who's to say?
I'm glad we talked about.
I'm glad to have you back. Yeah, glad to have you back there, Trey. Oh, we gonna get on them too. Don't worry. Don't worry. We gonna get on them boys too.
Gracious.
We gonna get on them boys too. But let's talk about that Thursday game, man. The Ravens.
Yes.
Yeah.
What did y'all think about Lamar Jackson? His first game back. You know what I'm saying? They really didn't play nobody. I mean, they did, but they didn't. It's the Dolphins. We already knew what the Dolphins were once Cheetah went down. But the Dolphins had peeled off a win, I think it was last week anyway. So, but to only score 6 points against the Ravens at home.
And then you fired a GM. I'm confused.
I know. How do you fire it? How you fire the GM? You don't fire the coach. You fire the GM. Where they do that at? Yeah. I mean,
so when you think about it, right? The GM's job is to put together the team. So if the GM's job is to so let's put in an aspect of we are GM. One of us is a coach. One is the GM. One is the quarterback is the most important position on the team, right? So, correction. One's the GM. One's the GM. One's the owner, and one is the coach. When the owner starts looking at it and thinks about what do I have, right? And it was funny because, again, on that Allen Iverson, come to find out, if it was ever a rumor, they came out and said what happened. Larry Brown wanted Allen Iverson to get traded. Allen Iverson called the GM and said he wanted the coach to get fired. So in that
I remember hearing that. I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, so it came out. That's what happened. That's what happened. So when you look at it like that, it's like you start looking at it as like, okay, that's how GMs get fired. The owners looks at it and see who do they think is more beneficial in the situation. Is it the coach or is it the GM? Has the GM did his job as going to put together? Because in state, you think about it, like honestly, maybe they both should be fired at the same time because you brought him in. This is you're saying in some cases was it their choice? Was it the GM's? Was this the GM's coach, or did the owner say he want this coach? And so I think it has a lot of different aspects in it to even break down. But I look at it as if sometimes when you look at it, it's like when you take a real hard look, it's like, well, what am I doing as a GM or what am I doing as the coach? And the owner looks at that and be like, one of y'all got to go, both of y'all go, one got to go, and then they make a decision. Of course, if I'm the owner and tell you, hey, we need something needs to happen, then most likely what I'm telling you is you need to make a move or your ass is gone. And that's probably what happened.
Man, look, you got rid of the GM. I'm just saying, from just a fan perspective, what does the GM have to do with the X's and O's on that field and them boys not executing and listening? Who they listening to in the locker room? The GM gave you the personnel that you wanted as a coach. He put you in the best spot, the best position with all this talent, all this speed. You supposed to be this, you supposed to be that. Now coach them up. You ain't coaching them up. You getting stomped every week. So why am I firing the GM? Like I gave you the personnel. You know what I'm saying? You got the personnel. You got the quarterback you wanted. McDaniels chose to keep Tua. You got Tua. You chose to keep him. You wanted him. You paid him. You made sure he got his money. So my thing is, why are you taking it out on the GM right now? Like the coach should have been gone first, and then the GM maybe when the season over, you get rid of the GM. You know.
So how long do you think what you've done lately, what you've done initially, holds water to what you're doing lately? Because you have to take into consideration Mike McDaniels got there the first 2 years, his first 2 seasons as the head coach. He had them in the playoffs. It hasn't been looking good too good lately. Do you think it was a situation to where, or maybe that going back to what you was just saying, CC, maybe they looking at the fact of the GM could have went out and filed a trade for Tua. He didn't. They kept him there. And this is what the outcome is. So that's maybe like based on that, like maybe he made a bad decision. You made a bad decision. Even if it was McDaniel's mindset that he wanted to have Tua, you as a GM holds the final say. Just like Scott is saying, you have the final say.
I'm gonna let Bishop jump in, but I'm just gonna put this out there to you. That team that he had that went to those 2 playoffs, that was Brian Flores' team, first of all. Second of all they added was Tyreek Hill and Waddle. So that was, and then they brought up A-Chain, but you know what I'm saying? A-Chain was drafted and stuff. But I'm just saying, the bulk of that defense, that was Brian Flores' defense. That defense is gone. Once them vets gone and they done left the building, you see what you left with McDaniel's team. This is McDaniel. This is McDaniel's squad. Like, this is not Brian Flores no more. You can't put that off on him. Because he didn't want Tua. Remember, he wanted Ryan Fitzpatrick. He chose Ryan Fitzpatrick over Tua.
He did.
So this is ownership and the GM and McDaniel saying Tua was better than Ryan Fitzpatrick.
He sure did. I remember that. He right. CC right. I ain't nothing for me to add. Everything with CC speaking is truth. This is McDaniel's team. They got rid of all the key factors that was in that defense. They're gone. Like he said, they didn't want Fitzpatrick no more. They believed in Tua coming in out of Alabama. They picked Tua. And I said the day one when they got Tua that I didn't think Tua was that guy. I really didn't feel like Tua was going to be it. And he hasn't shown that he was it. Even Tyreek, with him coming over and saying the nonsense that Tua was better than Patrick. You have to be out your rabbit ass mind and say that this man is better than Patrick. But we see now that that's not the case.
So one thing that I think we get lost in translation in, right? It happens a lot because sometimes I do it, but I bring it back to my mindset is the coaches don't make the teams. The GM does. So with that being said, it's like what I think, and that's why he probably got.
But hold on, Trey, real quick though. Hold that thought.
Some teams, I get what you're about to say.
Okay.
Because you want it to where you want a back and forth, like you don't want it to be like you just
one side.
You just shoveled me these players. I can't.
Right, you want me to make something out of it. Right, you want me to make something out of these players.
Yeah, like you say that.
Not that I had no say so, but the ones you chose. All right, I'm just wondering.
Yeah, so when I look at that, and that's probably why he got fired, because they're looking at like you put this squad together. When he had, I don't know if he was the GM when he had Flores, or maybe when Flores they worked together where they was able to put it together. In Flores, he went off the fact that Flores had a good head for the game and putting the squad together.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's going a different way when it comes to McDaniels. So if the owner knows that you're not confirmed with the coach, or you're not really confirmed with him, this is what the outcome is. I need something new. Right. And you gotta think it was what the difference was. If you look at it, is the common denominator is the general manager between Flores and between McDaniel. So if at one point Flores was doing pretty well, but it's just like y'all said, he was doing well when he had Fitzpatrick at the helm. They elected to get Fitzpatrick from under center in the midst of them getting ready to go into the playoffs and insert Tua. Then a couple of things happen. Flores is out. Daniels is in. They're cooking again, and then it falls off again. The only common denominator is that GM, in which the owners probably look at it as like, I didn't have two coaches in which I was successful at one point, and then it comes apart. Like, how does that happen? It only happens because what the GM is giving them.
All right. Can Miami at least compete? Y'all think they can compete for the rest of the season with how it's looking?
I don't see no light at the end of the tunnel for Miami. I don't. Especially now, I might see a bit of light if Cheetah was still there, but with Cheetah out, not taking anything from Waddle and them, I just don't see it, man. In my opinion, I don't.
So at this point, in your opinion, is it because I see Scott is like Tua is just trash? At this point, do y'all see it as Tua needs a change of scenery to be successful, or is this just who we see and it just ain't gonna work no matter where he goes?
It's not gonna work for him. It's not gonna work for him. I'm gonna be the first one to say it's not gonna work for him because he's timid out there. If you see, man, anybody get close, he's scared to take a hit. You can't play in the NFL as a quarterback and be scared to take a hit. And I know his history, right?
Yeah, I'm about to say because of his concussion.
He's scared to take a hit, and that's throwing his game completely off. He's throwing the ball way too quick. He's not holding it. He's not looking. He's not even going through progressions, bro. If you get close to him, he's throwing it. He's not even taking the basic pushes from D linemen and stuff like that, man. He don't want to get touched. Like,
and his accuracy, his accuracy is so off. It's like he's had wide receivers who's open and he's just completely missed. He's missed. You know what I'm saying? And I have to agree with Cece. I think the effects from them concussions in which he's had has post PTSD. Post traumatic stress. I do. I truly believe that. I feel like and with that, we all know it's a thing, and with that has its circumstances in regards to you pulling the trigger sooner or later than you should, and it's cost effective. It's hurting them. It's hurting them. So I don't know. Only thing I could think of is for him to re-solidify himself within the league, he would have to go to a team that has a perfect offensive line. A line who protects him, that he can regain his trust in his offensive line. Right now, he has none. He does not trust that line at all. So until that, unless he can go to a team where he can regain the trust of his offensive line, know that his back is secure when he's left-handed. So he's left-handed. So a left-handed DT is hungry. Is hungry because he coming from the right side of Tua and he's about to eat. You know what I'm saying? So until he can do that, I don't. Unless he can find a team that can do that for him, I don't know if Tua can survive in the NFL any longer. In my opinion,
right? Yeah, like I agree totally with that. That's what it is. But you look at you see like Mac Jones trying to resurrect his career with the 49ers. He got a little bit better structure, a little bit better organization. That offensive line ain't as good as it once was, but it could probably protect Tua better than what Miami's giving them right now. So somewhere like that, somewhere like Sam Darnold is being protected in Seattle. Like he ain't taking many hits. The Colts ain't taking many hits. Like the Colts ain't getting sacked. They ain't punting
at all. They ain't doing nothing. They doing what the hell they want to offense. They doing whatever the hell they want. Facts, straight facts. And that's what Tua would need. Tua would need something like that to resurrect his career as a quarterback in the NFL. He would need that type of line, that type of coordinator, that type of team for him to resurrect himself in the NFL. But it's not in Miami. I'm also with CC. It might be time. It might be time for the coach to go in Miami.
I'm about to say, do you think Tua is the next spot? Is he a backup, or does he go there as a backup, or is he a starter?
He ain't a starter, in my opinion. He's not a starter nowhere, in my opinion. Not now. Not now.
I mean, where would he start? Where would he start now?
We looking at the teams, and let's run it down. All right, I'm gonna give y'all a couple of teams. It's just off top of my head.
And don't say the Raiders, please. Don't
the Raiders is my first one. LA, Las Vegas.
The Vegas Raiders.
No.
Hell no. They can't keep their quarterback upright right now either. Hell no.
They can't block for Gino right now. That's even worse.
Hell no. He really gonna be out the league.
Cleveland.
Nope.
Cleveland.
Nope. You talk about quarterback hell? You talk about quarterback hell in Cleveland? Hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
Tennessee.
Now Tennessee, well, they got Ward now, but you might have something to work with in Tennessee.
Maybe
in a couple of years.
Maybe.
New Orleans.
A lot of restructuring, but they just sitting Rattler down.
They on their second string quarterback. Yes, Rattler got sent. Yep, they're going to show. Yeah, they just sat Rattler down. Yeah.
Carolina.
Ooh. You know what?
We both see.
They coming up, but
yeah.
I don't know if he would be the guy in Carolina.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah.
You got to play the Bucks. The Bucks, the Saints. They don't like each other. They be trying to hurt each other out there.
I don't know about Carolina. Yeah.
Atlanta.
Ooh, no. They got a better structure. I think he could probably work. They got a left-hand quarterback right now.
Yeah, Penix. Yeah,
so
Penix.
Maybe Atlanta, if they get a different coach, right? You said if Atlanta get a different coach, right?
Houston.
Oh hell no! Houston ain't blocking for CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
So basically, y'all saying the biggest issue is the line. If he goes somewhere without a line, it's going to be problematic for him.
Like the Patriots, like what they doing with Drake May, that offensive line keeping Drake May upright, and then when Drake May has to vacate the pocket, he playing pretty good. But yeah, somewhere like that, like maybe even the Vikings, man. I think the Vikings, they need a quarterback. Like I don't know if Tua. I'm sure Tua is better than Carson Wentz. I can give you that much, and he might be better than JJ McCarthy. You know what I mean? Like somewhere like that might, and then he got great receiving core, great tight end, other weapons. Yeah, Denver too. Denver got one of the best offensive lines in the game. Somewhere like that, he could be.
But I don't know. I don't think he'll be able to supplant Bo Nix. He would have to go there as a backup, and Bo Nix would have to sit up and get injured, and he would have to sit up and cook while Bo Nix is out.
But that's how you earn your bones, right? That's what happened to Sam Darnold. McCarthy was hurt. He got his shot. He took full advantage of it.
Ran right into another team and another big contract.
Yep. Ran him right into a contract. Like that's what Mac Jones trying to do with his career right now, right? But while we're on the subject of running into big contracts, Trey, I want to put this out there. George Pickens is about to get paid. It probably won't be for the Dallas Cowboys, but he's making it. If the Buffalo Bills or the Baltimore Ravens ain't the first ones trying to get this guy after this season, they out of their minds. They are out of their minds, like for real. Like,
so you think George Pickens has proven that he is the number one receiver?
Man, has he not? Like, I think he's proven it. I think he's proven it. And you got to ask Pittsburgh, like, is that just the culture of Pittsburgh? They got a history of getting rid of all these great receivers, man. All these good receivers, like. All they receivers go on elsewhere to ball out. Like, what's up with Tomlin not liking receivers? Like, you know what I'm saying? What's wrong with him? You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. You go back to Santonio Holmes. You can go back to Santonio Holmes. You can go. I mean, I'm saying this is a history. This is a pattern with Pittsburgh with the receivers, right? Antonio Brown, who was a clown, but come on, man. He could ball. Look at Juju Smith-Schuster. Yo, look at Juju Smith-Schuster. All he does is go to Kansas City, and they let him go, bring him back, and they win. You know what I'm saying? Like when you look at Tomlin seems to have a problem with receivers. I don't know what his problem is.
So then again, it goes down to Tomlin's the coach. He's not the GM. Is it the coach or the GM? Well, I'm very sure Tomlin holds a lot of weight with them, but I mean with the Rooneys. So, but I mean it goes that when I really started dive into this, like is it the coaches or is it the GMs? Like we know in San Francisco, supposedly there's a equal amount of back and forth between Lynch and Shanahan, but the expectation is that's because they believe they're in tune. Where they sit up and ultimately, but say it's so it's one of those things like when I used to tell my soldiers, right? I used to sit up and bring them in. When I sit up and make any time in which I served as the manager of our facility, I would bring them in. I would bring in my NCOs and I would bring them in and I would break down something. If it seems like it was an issue, I would break it down and show them. But I would let them know, understand this. I'm not showing you this because I need your agreement. I'm just showing you so you understand what it is I'm about to do and how we're going to do what my plan is to make this work. Because I'm bringing you in to talk about this doesn't mean I need y'all to be in agreement. I'm not looking for your agreement. I'm just looking for you to have an understanding of what it is I'm going to do so that way you know how to move. So I would think that's the same thing that is going on with these GMs and these coaches. Like, okay, this is the plan. And you get their feedback and you be like, okay, if you can make that work within your plan, you go forth. If you can't, then you be like, all right, well, this is what I'm going to do. You just going to have to figure it out because it's my job to do this. And my job, what I want to do in my job might not align up with what it is that you want in your job. But the difference is there's a hierarchy there, and I'm at the top of it. I'm above you. So yes, you may not want this player based on certain things, but it could just be a preference, and he might be able to work. And I'm going to bring him in, and we're going to have to see. We're going to have to test this theory.
So Trey, let me ask you this: like, what sense does it make? Like, you tell me what sense does it make with Pittsburgh? You basically got rid of a younger DK Metcalf to go get an old DK Metcalf. I'm not understanding you. I'm just not understanding.
It was about. So I'm very sure that was a Tomlin thing, and it was about the attitude, right? It was about the attitude.
Tomlin, you got to change your attitude because here's the difference, man. T.J. Watt can say what he want to say, do what he want to do. Tomlin don't check. They said the same thing about Ben Roethlisberger, but all these young black dudes, you want to check them and hold them to a higher level. Tomlin, you got to switch your stuff up, man. You got to switch it up. Like because you're getting rid of all the talent. Like this is not your first rodeo with these receivers. I'm telling you, he got a pattern of getting rid of great receivers, good receivers, solid receivers that go on to win championships elsewhere. They go on, they go on to ball out elsewhere. Like that's a problem with Tomlin, and you wondering why your team ain't been to a AFC championship game in how long, or you ain't been to a Super Bowl in how long? You got to start checking your attitude. You can't keep checking the players. You got to start checking your attitude. Like, for real.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear you, CC. I hear you.
For real.
He making me sit up and think because we ain't won a championship in a couple of seasons though, man.
You got to start thinking about it, man. Like sometimes you just got to reverse the thought process. Like sometimes, I know players have to be held to a certain account. Don't get me wrong. Like like I said, Antonio Brown was a clown. But man, if Tampa Bay could put him long enough to win a Super Bowl, they got a Super Bowl out of him. Tomlin could have put up with him long enough to get a Super Bowl out of him, then kick him out the door. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, come on, man.
But that speaks volume because not only did Antonio Brown leave and win a Super Bowl with Tampa Bay, Tom Brady left and won a Super Bowl with Tampa Bay. Gronk went over there and ran a Super Bowl with Tampa Bay. You might be hitting the nail on the head there, CC. Like it speaks. It speaks volume. It speaks volume.
So what it sounds like y'all saying is that the old way of coaching isn't prevalent anymore, or you can't make it do because we're talking about Bill Belichick and we're talking about Mike Tomlin, in which these players.
But Harbaugh's still there. Harbaugh's still there.
Yeah, but Harbaugh isn't that type of player, type of coach. He's different from Tom. So if you think about it, Tomlin and Belichick represented the old guard. When we look at or McCarthy, maybe he was also old guard. McCarthy. But when you look at who's winning now, we're talking about Andy Reid. We talking about as much as I hate to say it, Sirianni.
Don't put him in that category.
Shanahan isn't winning, but he has been consistent. So it's a new type of McVay. So these new type of different type of, someone else's old guard that's kind of like maybe transitioning to where you're starting to see it. And let me know if y'all agree or not. Is I'm gonna say Tomlin. Is what's his name in Denver?
Sean Payton.
Sean Payton.
He's that, what I'm saying? He's in the same, in my opinion, same way as McVay.
Man, glasses on. You must be talking about Trey, but look, man, look. Okay, like I'm not a huge fan of Sean Payton. I told y'all why, but I didn't say he wasn't a good coach. I didn't say he couldn't coach. I didn't say he couldn't coach the game. I'm saying, but at the same time, he has changed a little bit, right? Like in order to fit, but I think it all changed for him when he went at Bo Nix on that sideline and Bo Nix went right back at him. I think that was like, hey, yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm not Russell Wilson. You're not gonna yell at me and talk to me crazy, right?
That part.
With Bo Nix,
changing of the guard, it's different. Different type of players.
And they've been winning, pretty regular ever since they had that dispute on the sideline. You feel what I mean? So it's like, it's a little bit. All I'm saying about Tomlin is he got to start. Like, you got to start looking at the fact your team ain't been successful in a long time, and it might be you. It might be your, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're running off the talent. You struggle to keep a quarterback. You didn't have a plan. This is a guy that didn't have a plan after Ben Roethlisberger left the game. And Ben Roethlisberger was done at least 2 years before he, where's your quarterback? Everybody else went and got young guys. Harbaugh went and got a young guy. 7, 8 years ago, he went and got Lamar in the draft. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, he went and got, so it's like, what is Tomlin doing? The game is one of those things we were just talking about with Jerry Jones from the ownership GM side. The game has passed you by, bro. You better get on the page. Or you're going to be left behind.
Either roll with the punch or get left behind. I was just about to say the same thing.
Anthony, to answer your question, I'm going to let them get it, but I can show you that Bishop thinks this. This is what he thinks of Sirianni.
Can you be a bad coach but have good players around you to make you look good? With Sirianni, he inherited good players. He inherited.
Why you people trying to? Why do you
only person
downfall?
The only
who do you want as a coach?
Anybody but Sirianni. Actually, I would rather have Doug Peterson back.
You want Mike McDaniels?
No, I want Doug Peterson back.
I was gonna say you can have Mike McDaniels.
No, I want Mike McDaniels.
I'm sure the Dolphins will make that swap. I'm sure the Dolphins will make that swap. But yeah, you could be a bad coach.
No, give me Doug Peterson. Give me Doug Peterson or Andy Reid back. Give me either one of them back. I'll take Doug Peterson or Andy Reid.
You had them both. You had them both and squandered.
I know, and they got rid of them, and I don't know why. Doug Peterson won the Super Bowl for us, and then that second time, and that was the same team. When we went back, we just lost.
It's a fact to me that Andy Reid has become he solidified his legend in coaching with what he did during the Kansas City, revamping his career like that. Like I thought he was done after leaving Philly.
I did too.
But what we have to take into consideration, right?
I did too.
Like Andy has been that dude. Like he didn't win the Super Bowls, but he was there with Philly.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. 5 NFC championship games. You know what I'm saying? 1 Super Bowl out of it. He wasn't playing bad. But you got to admit the thing was, is he ever gonna win one? Is he ever gonna get one? And it seemed like he wasn't gonna get one in Philly, so they made that move. He made that move into Kansas City, and now you can't stop him from going. You know what I'm saying? Now 11 like all time. Belichick is 13 conference finals, conference championships. games or whatever, and Andy Reid is right behind him with like 11. Like this dude is like insane. Like with the conference championship games and making his team Super Bowl ready, man, contender. Like if you're in that conference championship game, you're a contender, right? Like he's a contender every year. Like Andy
But
Reid is
now
a
I
different
wonder,
breed.
do you think is that Andy in his prowess, or is that the teams that are around him? I mean, you could presume that it's Andy because he went from Philly and went to
Like,
Kansas City. But let's take in consideration, he went to Kansas City and was he doing that? Like, how successful was Kansas City with Alex Smith before they got Patrick Mahomes? They drafted Patrick Mahomes. Alex Smith was still at the helm, then he got injured. And then basically what happened to him in San Francisco is what happened to him in Kansas City. And then it was a wrap after that. The injury and it was over.
But he didn't win no Super Bowl with Alex Smith. I mean, no disrespect to Alex Smith. Alex Smith was there before Patrick Mahomes got there, and where did they go? They weren't since Patrick Mahomes has been there. Andy Reid has been in 7 straight AFC Championship games. You know what I'm saying? And he's doing it. And the thing I like about Andy Reid though is he's doing it without no premier running back. You know what I'm saying? And the last real good receiver that he really had that was a quote unquote beast in the game was Tyreek Hill. He went in with Juju Smith-Schuster, man. He went in like he got young guys now, Worthy and Rasheed Rice, who proven to be good.
And Hollywood Brown.
Yeah, but who was his running backs and stuff before that, man? Right now he's finna run the table with Pacheco and what's the guy name? Kareem Hunt, Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt. He got Kareem Hunt back. Yeah.
Like, so what? This guy's doing it with bare minimum, position skill play.
So that goes back. So that goes back to this question right here. He's a good coach winning with mediocre players. That's what Andy Reid is doing. He's a good coach winning with, outside of Patrick Mahomes and Kelsey. He's winning with mediocre players.
That's what I'm saying. He's winning. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, I do. I totally understand what you're saying.
Yeah, he's doing it with like not the greatest players. He ain't got the greatest rosters. Right. Like you got 2 Hall of Famers and the rest of them.
But he's above. His squad be above average though. We ain't talking about mediocre. Like those ain't mediocre players. They're above.
Yeah, they average. They come together, man. Come on, man.
Made them above average.
He made them above average.
He's made them above
none of these dudes on your list.
Yeah, he's made them above average.
Like you saying,
come on, Juju
was nice in Pittsburgh, right?
But okay, he was nice. But was he in the top tier of wide receivers?
No.
That's
what I'm saying. Like Tyreek Hill was the only one. Look at Hollywood Brown. He was pretty good as a Cardinal, right? Well, when he went to the Cardinals, right? But then he was hurt a lot, so you ain't know what he did. Well,
he did better in Baltimore, actually. Hollywood Brown did better in Baltimore than he did in Arizona. But these aren't top tier receivers.
That's what I'm saying. He's doing it. Clyde, what was the running back name? Clyde Ellis-Helaire or whatever his name was.
But so think about it though. The NFL, in my opinion, has went to the running back by committee in general. Hence the reason why Le'Veon Bell had a problem, because he was trying to get paid as the bell cow. The NFL don't do that anymore. The last time we had a bell cow was Najee Harris when he was in Pittsburgh. But then Pittsburgh was like, we're not doing that anymore anyway, because they had Warren, who was starting to be a problem for them. So it went to the running back by committee, where there's no need for a one running back that sit up and do it, because we can sit up and do it with a multiple of running backs. So that went away. So you wasn't going to see that anyway. Kareem Hunt was nice. Then he had that situation where he got released.
Right.
Spin the block, and they needed a running back because Pacheco had got injured. Atlas Helaire had got injured, but wasn't effective before then. So Kareem was on the market.
So let me ask you this, right? If the 49ers had drafted Isaiah Pacheco, you would have been happy. You would have been thrilled.
No.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Andy Reid goes find what works for him, man. Like they ultimately, whatever him and the GM got going on there in Kansas City, man, it's working because he not getting the most talented players. Like, who was Chris Jones before we saw Chris Jones play? I'm just saying, like he wasn't no Miles Garrett, how Ali talked about. He wasn't no Hendrickson. All these dudes that we talk about and stuff, man. Like, he find guys that make themselves a name, man, and that's pretty good. Like I said, he keep bringing Juju back. He'll cut him and bring him back.
Mm-hmm. Juju was getting all the catches because DJ doubling Antonio Brown. The next year, Brown going down. Juju number one receiver. Juju couldn't get open.
Yeah,
and that happens. And that happens. That happens. That's but straight fact.
That also comes from the fact of Juju didn't have a him on the other side of the ball either. So that makes a difference sometimes.
Right. It does. It makes a huge difference. I can't get off.
I was representing when I had Antonio with Brown here.
Antonio Brown.
But then when I become the number one, I don't have a me.
I have a number two.
Yeah. So that makes a difference too. Of course, I won't put on for my. So I mean, a lot of that happens, but I completely understand the whole everyone's conversation and their point. Like, legitly, that should be like Andy Reid is that dude. Like I said, he went and did it. He went and did it. He did it with Philadelphia. They just didn't get a ring. Multiple times with Philadelphia, they just didn't get a ring.
He did it twice.
And then he goes to Kansas City. Sure enough, stuff started happening. It wasn't working, and then once Mahomes took the helm, you know what I'm saying? Then we see what the outcome of it was. So, I mean, true enough, I get it.
Well, it's not like the Rams went all in on the Super Bowl, right? Like, if all them dudes was in their prime when they had them, y'all would have been like, whoa, they stacked their roster, right? But they went and got older players. They went and got a broke up OBJ. He was broke up. You know what I'm saying? To go with Cooper Kupp and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And OBJ probably was going to be the MVP of that Super Bowl. You got to remember that. But he went and got old.
Yep. Facts.
Yeah, what's his name in the middle? But then you go get like Von Miller or somebody on the outside to play along with what's his name in the middle. I forgot his name, man. One of the best.
The linebacker.
You talking
about
the D tackle, man. I can't remember his name.
I know he's talking about
Aaron something. Yeah, but he retired.
Donald.
Yeah, Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald.
But I'm saying, like, and then he brought Jalen Ramsey in. Like, they brought certain things in to win that Super Bowl for that year. You know what I mean? Like, they came up and they went after the talent that was a little bit past their prime, and they was able to get a Super Bowl out of it. Like, I like what Philly is doing. Philly finding a way to get. I don't know how Philly keep getting all the talent.
We just talked about how they are.
I don't know how Philly gets. Like, man, they get all the talent. Like
I love it.
We know
I love it.
No, we knew Devontae Smith was cold, right? Because he was a Heisman Trophy winner, right? So we knew he was going to be nice, right? He won the Heisman Trophy.
Right.
Like, as a receiver, that's hard to do to win the Heisman Trophy.
Especially over a quarterback. Absolutely. That's
very good. But who was the quarterback? You know what? It's a good point you bring that up, CC. Because I sit up and thought about this, right? I was looking as I was watching the Miami and the Baltimore game. I thought to myself, when did this go awry, right? Because Tua was a two-time college football champion.
Right.
Lamar Jackson was the Heisman Trophy winner. I'm very sure, I ain't gonna look, but I'm very sure Tua was in the Heisman Trophy finalists at least one of those years, right? How do they get to the league and basically, like in my opinion, let's just be honest. I honestly feel that Josh Allen was handed the MVP last year erroneously. Because in my opinion, although Lamar didn't go to the championship game, all that type of stuff, Lamar was doing better than what he was doing the year that he won the MVP. How do you have better numbers than the year you won the MVP before and you don't get it the following year? I don't understand that. But, you know what I'm saying, each his own. So, and I look at it as like, how did this become? And I really started to think, like, is it really based on personnel, coaching, and all that, regardless of your skill? Or, you know what I'm saying, when does it go? What do y'all say about that?
For me, I thought Saquon should have been the MVP of the league last year. I mean, he had the most impact. You talk about making an impact on the team. How about take a team to the Super Bowl? How about 1 year I come over, I not only come up 100 yards short of the all-time season rushing record. You know what I'm saying? Eric Dickerson record, who's been there forever, and don't win the MVP. I didn't understand that move. They gave it to Josh Allen, but we know they do that anyway with the MVP. Like it goes to Steve McNair had one of the greatest seasons for a Tennessee Titan ever. It had the Jericho MVP with Peyton Manning. Yeah. I don't even understand it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even understand it. Like the last time a running back has won the MVP was Adrian Peterson, right? Like Adrian Peterson won it back in the days, like 2012, 2013, somewhere.
2000.
Well, you talking about as far as running back Heisman?
Just winning the MVP. You know?
Oh, the MVP. Like MVP. Oh, yeah, yes.
Winning the MVP.
He had 2,000 yards rushing that year, right?
Yeah, yes. 2,000 yards. Which is why
he was almost breaking. He was on the verge of breaking the record too that year.
But it just comes down to who they feel like giving it to at that time. Like maybe they felt like Josh Allen was long overdue. You know what I'm saying? And now's the perfect time to give it to him. Like I'm serious. Like sometimes that's the way I look at it. Like sometimes they just give it to that guy because we ain't gave him one yet. You know?
Bishop, you feel the same, or do you think Josh Allen was? He was deserving. Let's not get it wrong. But do you think he really was the?
He shouldn't have won. No, he shouldn't have won over Saquon Barkley. And that's not me being biased because I'm an Eagle fan. I'm just like when you almost surpassed the rushing record, all-time rushing record, that's over 3 decades old. There's no way you can't be there's no way you shouldn't be the MVP. There's no way. For one, in my regards, and this I just want to know y'all take on it, CC and Trey. Just like with the Heisman, isn't the Heisman as well as the MVP for an NFL? Isn't those predicated pretty much towards the quarterbacks anyway? Despite the fact of who they throwing the ball to, it's normally predicated to the quarterbacks. Heisman as well as for you to win the Heisman and for you to win the MVP in the NFL, you have to do spectacular feats to win outside of quarterback. For a wide receiver, for a running back, defense is rare, very rare. It's predicated toward the quarterbacks as it is, in my opinion.
I pride myself on not having biases, but I can't answer this question because I completely have a bias towards last year's Heisman Trophy winner, and I just don't understand. I just don't get it. So based on that, like what you just said, Bishop, talking about the defense and all that type of stuff, is one of the things you got to take in consideration. But I still don't understand how he won the Heisman. Like it just eludes me. Who won
the Heisman last year?
Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter.
Oh yeah, Travis Hunter. I thought Travis Hunter was great. That's right. That was just last year. Like I don't know about it was a couple years ago. Still hate Travis Hunter, but I still think he was the best player in college football. You know what I'm saying?
But
he was hands down the best player.
And the fact of the matter, again, you say you don't understand, but I don't understand how you don't understand because this man done it on both sides of the ball. I just spoke.
What did he do on both sides of the ball?
He's really
that's that play.
What got like 100 and some passes.
What
are you talking about?
Like, bro, it came to a point where Travis Hunter was the Deion Sanders on defense for the Colorado Buffalo. People were scared to throw to his side.
They didn't even want to throw to his side of the field.
They were scared to throw to his side. He became a defensive. And again, just like I stated, when it comes to winning those prestigious awards, you have to do something spectacular to win. And he did that.
What did he do spectacular on the...
He played
both sides. I'm listening. I'm listening, but I'm pulling it up because I have not done this yet. But I'm getting like, we here right now. All right, so go ahead. I'm listening. And there's no hate, like you know what I'm saying. There's no hate on Travis Hunter whatsoever. But I just wonder, like, based on the fact of giving the award, I can't even tell you who probably deserved the award because who was it? Was Dylan, Hunter, and who else?
Dylan,
Genty. Genty was up there, right?
Genty.
And even now, because remember, initially I was like, maybe Genty should have got it. But then I thought about it. Maybe Genty should not have got it. What did Genty do?
But they gave it to the right person. You know, they gave it to the right person.
Because this is the thing. When it came to the Heisman for last year, you have to keep in consideration, like CC said, this man played over 100 snaps Like that's saying a lot.
So again,
that's saying a lot
for playing. That's what you're saying for playing. That's what I'm asking. Like
no, for being equally good on both sides of the ball to play
that part. What CC just said. Listen what CC said. Listen what he said. What was it saying again, CC? Because what?
They're equally good on both sides of the ball to be able to play that much. That's impressive.
Come on, man.
You know that's impressive.
You just have to be better. Just like a race. You just got to be faster than the next man.
And he was.
What?
And he was. And he was. That's what he did. You got to give him
better.
That,
who can come take his job, man? Who they could have replaced him with that corner on the other side? Oh wait.
And it speaks volumes because the man he became the number one pick. Or no, not number one. Not number one. He wasn't number one. But I'm just saying he was in the top five picks. Right? Yeah, top 5 picks. He wasn't number one. I forgot. Oh boy.
See how sorry Colorado is without him.
Right.
Put that out there.
Right. Did they win yesterday?
No, they 52-17. They got drugged again.
God dang. Dion, boy, you about to get, boy. Woo, Dion. You can't get 11. That's 2 games over. 2 games, 100 points scored on you? Damn, bro.
Yeah.
In football? God damn. Yeah. But I mean, back to Travis Hunter and these prestigious awards. It just takes a lot, man. It's predicated toward the QBs. It really is. It's up to the good QBs that's already Heisman hopefuls for them. It's up to them to lose the award because they're already, once you're a hopeful, you're already put in the top. So once you're a hopeful,
how Arch Manning went, Dante Moore went down. Like certain ones just fell out of there real quick.
Speak on it. Speak on it.
Like they out of it. Now
Manning was top. Manning went up there, and Manning hadn't really proved shit. But because he was a Manning and because he was a quarterback, he was already put in the Heisman hope.
So offensively, Travis Hunter played 13 games last year. He had 96 receptions, and this is offensively. He had 96 receptions, 1,258 receiving yards, 15 touchdowns.
As a starting DB.
Listen,
as a start, no. I need you to keep this in mind, though, Trey. As a starting DB.
Again, and I keep on going back. So you're telling me he got the award for playing for playing. That's what you're telling me. That's what I'm hearing. Because he had although these are good numbers. I'm not deflecting. Those are good numbers. 96 receptions for 1,258 yards and 15 touchdowns in 13 games. In 13 games, those are good numbers. However,
as a DB. Yeah, go ahead.
We can't say how I can't.
Yes.
You know why? You know why I feel we can't say as a DB?
Why you can't? Okay, let me listen.
Because he played the position, right? Because when you go,
but
like
he got.
DB,
but listen,
what his DB numbers was, he played.
Hold on, Trey. Let me ask you this though: when he got recruited, what did he get recruited as?
As a defensive back.
Right, not as an athlete. No, he got to be recruited as a DB, not as an athlete. That's the difference.
So what was his number?
DB wise,
his defensive numbers was 47 solo tackles, 11 assisted tackles, for a total of 66 tackles, 3 tackles for a loss, 7 interceptions, 1 fumble recovery.
And how many touchdowns? Did he have any touchdowns defensively? None.
No defensive touchdowns.
Okay,
but 7 interceptions.
I know.
7 interceptions, yes.
In 13 games.
In 13 games. But when you look at, so I get that. But so what you're telling me is so he did that, right? But if you look at his number, so again, like I said, he got the Heisman for playing. Because if you look at his numbers in those categories, he wasn't the top player in any of that. He wasn't the top defensive player when you put his stats against other DBs, and he was in the top.
Was he in the top 5?
He might have been top 5.
That's all he needed to be. That's all he needed to be because all those other DBs weren't playing offense.
Right.
All the other DBs was not playing offense.
It comes back to what I was saying. He got the award for playing
Trey, when the last time somebody on your defense
but
caught
for
7
excelling,
interceptions?
not just for playing though, Trey.
When the last time somebody on San Fran caught 7 interceptions? When the last time somebody on San Fran caught 7 interceptions?
But defense, offense, college is different.
No.
College is
When
different
the
from
last time
professional.
somebody on your, you know what I'm saying?
Because you gotta think college was different from professionals, right? Because he's in the league now with the same person what you're talking about is in the league now. And where is he playing at? He has just been relegated from playing corner and defensive back to just playing. I mean, from playing corner, playing DB and playing wide receiver, and now he's strictly a wide receiver.
But look, he's in the pros now, so it's gonna be an adjustment. Everybody got to make that adjustment.
Yeah.
But my point is this: even in college, man, you got to say who was he playing against, right? But he made you got to say that young man is impressive. 7 interceptions, man. You go out there and then to even make 56, 66 tackles, however many tackles, and catch the ball on the other side and score 15 touchdowns. He's scoring every game.
Again, to me, what we're saying is he got the award because he played both sides of the ball. He played a lot of.
He excelled.
And not to mention,
he excelled on both sides of the ball. Don't just say he played. You can't just say he just played, Trey. You got to say he excelled. You can't say he just played.
If I sit up and then, not to mention, if I put up enough shots, at some point my numbers might look good. It's volume. He played a mixed amount of numbers in which not even that he was the person. He was the go-to. So if I'm the go-to and you throw me the ball enough, my numbers are going to be that. It doesn't make a difference.
So that speaks for itself then.
But what I'm saying again, listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he was a bad player. What I'm saying is with him getting this award, it was based on the fact that he played a lot. He was a volume. He was a person that they gave him volume. He didn't true enough. His prowess as defense might have alluded to where he didn't get a lot of looks.
They gave him volume, or he earned volume by his play. See, it's a big difference.
Outside of Horn, he was the go-to.
Right,
why?
But how did you become a go-to player?
But yeah,
why? Go-to player?
Why was he the go-to? Because he was reliable. He was reliable.
You know what? I'll tell you this, right? One time, it's apples and oranges. But while we was playing, before I ended up becoming a cook, and when I was in field artillery, still doing the same thing, playing flag football and still everything like that. One season, in 8 games, I had 10 touchdowns. Not to mention, my position that I played was the center. So as a center, I had 10 touchdowns in 8 games. I was the go-to person. I wasn't the best player of the team, but I was the go-to person. I was good enough to sit up and to garner that to where at that time I got 10 touchdowns in 8 games in one season from the center position playing flag football.
Okay.
Now, take it further back to where as I continue to play and I went other places and now I'm playing in downtown Seattle in player leagues and stuff like that or I'm playing overseas in playing overseas and stuff like that while during deployments to where now my name is ringing out. Where they're saying, oh, you know what I'm saying, Sergeant Amir, not even Sergeant Amir going to be able to help y'all now, or for them to sit up and say, calling me out, like, watch number 3, watch number 3, watch number 3. With all that being said, it doesn't, if I'm getting the ball a lot, then yes, that becomes that. That's what happens. Now, it's not to say I wasn't guarded. I didn't deserve to get the ball because yes, I was killing it. So yeah, I deserved to get the ball, but still. This dude over
I'm trying to see what your point is because
what I'm saying is that if I get the ball, like if I garner the attention to where they're gonna throw me the ball, or they want to put the ball in my hands because I'm a playmaker, my numbers are gonna look immaculate because of that. And that's basically what happened with Travis Hunter. He got the high, but he got a high. Is that a no? Fault? And what I'm saying is not a bad thing. But what I'm saying is. That's why your in-state he got the ball because he got the award because he played. That's what I'm saying.
And what's no? Because CC, will you re-say what you said earlier? He got the ball because of what?
Equally good on both sides of the ball, man. Like, yo, LSU would have went elsewhere, right?
He earned it. He earned it. He earned it. When your quarterback.
So you saying the other two participants didn't earn it?
I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying Ashton Jennings didn't deserve it. I'm not saying that Dylan Gabriel didn't deserve it. What I'm saying is they didn't put out as much input as Travis Hunter. Dylan Gabriel only played quarterback. Right. Ashton Jennings only played running back. This man played both sides of the ball with 7 interceptions, 15 touchdowns.
So he got. Again, to me, like I said, I'll be honest, Zach, to me, he got it because he played astronomical amount of plays because he played both sides of the ball. That's what
not because he played, because he was an impact on both sides of the ball. Not just because he played. Anybody can play both sides. Anybody can play both sides. The fact of the matter is he had an impact on both sides of the ball.
I don't know
if he was playing both sides of the ball, right?
He was impact. You just said his numbers.
I say he had 66 tackles total in 7 interceptions.
That's a lot. To me, I'm gonna tell you why. Because
playing offense on the other side of the ball.
Yes, that's a lot.
And I'm gonna get you 5 tackles and I'm gonna
15 touchdowns. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, Trey. Come on, bro.
I'm very.
Come on, bro. He's doing it on both sides of the ball. That's just like hold on. That's just like hold on, Trey. Hold on. That's just like saying Deion. Remember, Deion went from a playoff game to a World Series game, and still now he wasn't impactful in that World Series game. He didn't do anything in that World Series game on that one game. But we do know Bo Jackson did it on both sides on both spectrums, right? He did it in football and he did it in baseball. You don't think that he was an impact on both sides of the sport?
Was he? He was an impact in football.
He was an impact in baseball.
Bo Jackson was good in baseball. That dude ran through walls to catch passes. What are we talking about? Like Bo was outstanding outfielder. What are we talking about?
Yeah,
and he was good with swinging the bat. Bo was great.
And Deion was definitely good on both sides. Definitely stealing bases. Like one of the best. Like, come on, man. This dude was that dude.
My favorite Deion highlight is catching that. Hit a home run for the Yankees, and then get on the plane and then go catch that ball in Atlanta. That was his rookie year, right?
Yeah.
Then take it to the house, run the opening kickoff back, baby.
Right.
I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Impact. That's an
impact forever.
That's an impactful moment for him to be able to make them many tackles, have those many interceptions, and still be playing offense too. Mm-hmm. Bro, that's a lot. Mm-hmm. That's a lot. And no one else is doing that. You can't compare. You can't put Dylan Gabriel in that.
Is no one else doing that?
Who else is doing?
We don't see him not doing it. Because just like we talk about, Deion Sanders, just like we're talking about Deion Sanders and him playing both sports. You know who else was playing both sports at the same time and was on his team? Brian Jordan.
But guess what? Because he wasn't an impact. He didn't have any impact on the game. We can't have an impact. He didn't have an impact. We thought we was going to see the same thing with Kyler Murray. But Kyler Murray decided to stick with football. He was the next person to do it. But he decided, I'm not. He signed in baseball.
High in baseball.
We got a lot of people like that. Like, who else? Charlie Ward. He was a Heisman Trophy winner that played both sides. He played football and basketball.
And chose basketball.
He decided to go with basketball instead.
Yeah, chose basketball.
Patrick Mahomes. Russell Wilson.
Allen Iverson. We know
Allen Iverson, exactly. And he was Mr. Basketball and football in the same year in Virginia. So, like I said,
but to sit there and do that,
no hate whatsoever. No hate whatsoever. However, I think only because he played both sides of the ball. It wasn't like when Charles Woodson won the Heisman. He didn't play both sides. He played both sides of the ball, but he didn't play exclusively on both sides of the ball. He played, you know what I'm saying? His defense got him the Heisman Trophy, and then it just so happened he played, which is technically the same situation.
But listen to this.
Just like Miles Jack. He was the same player.
Didn't Rocket Ishmael win the Heisman?
No, I don't think he won the Heisman.
No, Ishmael didn't win.
Ishmael, he didn't win. Okay, he didn't win the Heisman. Okay, I thought he won the
Heisman.
Up there,
he was close, but he didn't win.
Yeah, okay. But he was. But why though? Why was Rocket Ismail a candidate?
Because of his ability, on special teams.
Special teams. How often is special teams on the field like that?
Well, he was a receiver.
He was a receiver, but it was
teams is what put him in the
exactly.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Playing
impact.
multiple playing,
but it was an impact from running the ball back.
I'll say playing plays.
No. Trey don't want to get.
Because now I'm gonna go and I'm gonna see. I don't be having time for some of this stuff sometimes, but I'm gonna make it a specific to go and get the numbers for everybody else and those other people.
We better get our pictures.
I just feel like
I know.
He did something a little more than the last person, which was he played multiple downs or whatever case like that. So, but we'll get back to it. Again, it's no hate. These guys try to put it out there. Because I be thinking like myself, like, what if Travis Hunter gets this video, right? I want to make sure that Travis Hunter understands. I'm not saying he wasn't a massive player. What I'm saying is he was handed it on. What happened?
He said it sounded
like it.
So let's get it.
Let me
tag this and leave this here because this more evidently there's more to this the conversation because these guys is not gonna. Yeah.
Thank you, Apple White. Bottom line, yes.
What do you say?
He said, bottom line, it was the impact that got him the Heisman. True facts. True facts.
I won't take that. I'll take that into consideration in my research.
Yeah.
Let me put up the schedule we got. So what we're
I got the schedule.
Huh?
I got the schedule if you want.
Okay. So what we definitely gonna have it before he gets started with the putting them out there. What we're definitely gonna have at some point, we're gonna have a difference because last week, because of the ripping and running we was doing, one of us wasn't able to get their picks in. However, due to the fact that we go off the percentage, there's still a possibility to have because he just got to pick right. So, but he's going to be 13 games short of what me and CC did.
Yeah.
For week 7, I did. I mean, week 8. For week 8, I beat out CC by 1 game, 9-4 to 10-3. To which which it was surprising me. He went with Chicago.
Right, that's the
last
game.
week. He went with Chicago last week.
Oh, that ain't right. Oh, that ain't true. I ain't seen that. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't see that.
Yeah, he went with Chicago last week. Is what sets us apart. But right now it's 9-4. I have our actual numbers, but they're going there. So, but this week we're back on lock and step. All of us is here to make the picks. There was a total of 6 teams on bye, so that was 3 games last week. But let's get it going. We all picked Baltimore for Thursday, so we're all Baltimore beating them up. Let's see how the rest of this goes. Go ahead, start it off, Bishop.
All right, let's get it. So first game, 12 o'clock Central Standard Time, 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got the 49ers. That's Trey, his beloved 49ers. Is Brock Purdy back? Trey, can you answer that question?
He's not. It's still Mac Jones.
Okay, Mac Jones. Mac Jones, I'm sorry. Mac Jones and the 49ers head out to Giants Stadium in today's first game, kickoff 12 o'clock here in the next 7 minutes. Trey, this is your team. Who you going with? 49ers, Giants. Oh, he going bang, bang, Niner gang.
You know what it is. Let's go.
CC, who you got?
I'm taking the 49ers in that one. Giants done. What's his name? The injury.
Scatterboo's hurting him. Yeah, Scatterboo. I'm gonna have to go with the 49ers as well, man. Without Scatterboo, things going like that, man. Part of me wanted to go with the Giants because I was thinking about the quarterback, but nah, I'm gonna take the 49ers in this one. Next game at the same time, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got the Los Angeles Chargers. I'm sorry. Oh, San Diego. I'm thinking Los Angeles Chargers versus those Tennessee Titans. CC, who you got?
No, that's the Chargers. Can't take the Titans right now.
For nothing. For nothing. Can't take the Titans for nothing. I'm taking the Chargers as well. Hey there, Trey. What you going with? You going with them Tennessee Titans or you going with them Chargers out of Cali?
You see how this dude trying to coerce me? Like when he talked to you, he said the Chargers, but he speaks to me after y'all done both put the Chargers, and he's going to ask me if I'm taking the Tennessee Titans. Hell no, I'm not taking the Tennessee Titans. taking charge of y'all.
Let's go. All right, so we three agree on that one. All right, now this game right here is a game, man. Because this game, I don't know, man. This team right here is. I don't think anybody's seen this team being the way they are right now, and that's the Minnesota Vikings traveling to the Motor City of Detroit. We know what Detroit is out there doing. Jared Goff is playing great ball out there in Detroit. So I'm gonna be the first to pick. I'll pick on this one. I'm gonna go with Detroit because they're playing in the Motor City. I gotta go with Detroit, but I don't want to sleep on Minnesota. Minnesota's record shouldn't be what it is right now. They got one of the best receivers, if not the best receiver, in Justin Jefferson. But CC, let me hear what you got. Vikings, Lions. Who you going with, man?
I got no faith in the Vikings no more. They let me down week after week. I got to take the Lions. I got to take the Lions. Close game, but I'm taking the Lions.
Trey, Vikings.
So I won't say that there's no trust in Minnesota because they have been in games even without their two starting running backs in Mason and Jones, who they both are back now. You got Jordan Addison back, who has consistently, if you look at fantasy football, has scored average of 16 points per game. In coming back in some way, form, or fashion, he has been helpful to him. Now McCarthy is back. But all that being said, I'm taking Detroit.
Where you going with that?
Yeah, no, right? I'm trying to figure out who he was going with, too. All right, next game, 12 o'clock Central Standard Time, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We got the Atlanta Falcons. We just talked about him not too long ago in Phoenix. And then we had – wait, he is still starting. They ain't bench him, did they? They did bench him. Okay. He was hurt. That's what it was. Okay. Phoenix. And then we got that bad man over there out in New England, man. Who we just talked about not too long ago, too, man. So, this might be a good one right here. But they're playing in New England. So can Phoenix and his left arm go into New England and upset? Because that would be an upset for Atlanta to go to New England and beat New England. But, Trey, who you got? Patriots, Falcons. Talk to me.
Right now, I'm on that New England train, man. Until they can sit up and knock off May and what he's doing, 5-game win streak. We see what Atlanta tends to do to teams that are presumed to be better and have the better odds. This might not change, but just to be safe, I'm taking New England.
Okay, CC, who you got?
Man, I've been high on Drake May for the second straight year, so I'm riding with New England in this one. Mike Vrabel, sick him. That defense gonna sick him today.
Yeah, we three agree once again, man. I gotta go with Mike Vrabel. The way he's playing, man, I think he's playing phenomenal ball. I think it is what it is. I think he's a good guy. I think he can play the game. I just think I don't know him trying to go on the road and beat New England in New England. It just ain't gonna happen. So we three agree on that one. This is another good game. We got them. The best record team in the NFL and them Indianapolis Colts headed out to Steeler Nation with Aaron Rodgers.
Same guy. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah. Out there at Steeler Nation, man. Indianapolis Colts, Pittsburgh Steelers, man. Who is going to come out on top? This is going to be right here. This one is also at 12 o'clock Central Standard Time. 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. CC, Steelers, Colts. Who you got?
I'm taking the Colts.
Woo!
Yeah, I'm taking the Colts.
Ooh.
I'm taking the Colts.
Yeah. Trey, who you got?
I'm taking the Colts. Just like you talk about how CC said he's been on May all season long. I kind of have been on Daniels, as I said before. I wanted Daniels as backup in San Francisco as opposed to Jones, but you realize Scott is our Eric for Steelers.
Yeah, he is.
So, I'm taking Colts. They got it just like we talked about New England. The Colts is that same thing. Taylor is
best record.
Yeah,
best record in the NFL right now. Best record. So it's hard to go against the Colts, man. I gotta go with them too on this one. I gotta go with the Colts, man. The best record in the NFL, and they showing why they got the best record. It ain't just no fluke stuff. They showing why they got Drake. Like old Drake May over there, old boy in Indianapolis is balling out right now.
Hey,
he's balling out. He's balling out.
No disrespect to Scott, but the way that the Steelers defense been playing, and these dudes don't punt, they might not punt today. Like they might not punt the football.
You said that earlier about them not punting the ball. They don't even like that's just them, bro. Apparently injured finger throwing. Wait, Aaron Rodgers. I need y'all to hear this. Aaron Rodgers apparently injured finger on throwing hand during pregame warmups. That ain't looking good for them Steelers, guy. Just saying. Anywho, moving right along. Our next 12 o'clock game, Central Standard Time, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We got Bo Nix and them Denver Broncos headed out to the Houston Texans. We know they're struggling. So let me go ahead and go first. I'll just go ahead and say, which I know us three probably will agree. I'm going with the Broncos. This could be an upset. I don't know. I just don't see it. Right now, Bo Nix is playing phenomenal out there in Denver. They're having a great season right now. So I'm taking Denver. Trey, who you got?
I'm agreeing. I'm going with Denver in this one, man. Bo Nix has been playing. He's showing his behind, his tail off, in which he stood up and had put up very enormous numbers in 2 games against the Giants and against the Cowboys. Of course, those are both NFC East teams, so I mean maybe that goes for something. But he's traveling, and I don't think the Texans is going to have enough firepower. I'm taking the Broncos too.
CC.
Oh man, I was so close to taking the Texans because I know their defense don't show up. This is gonna be a defensive game. Bo Nix ain't gonna. He ain't playing the Cowboys. This ain't the Cowboys defense. I'm just gonna go Denver. I think Denver gonna win just because they can sack the quarterback under the emotion.
Okay. And we three agree. So far, we all three agree on all the first games. So keeping it going. 12 o'clock Central Standard Time, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We got a garbage bowl. And we got the Chicago Bears versus the Cincinnati Bengals, who don't have Joe Burrow. The Bears, we know the Bears are who we thought they were, the Bears. So with that being said, CC, Bears, Bengals, who you got?
Believe it or not, in this one, I'm going with the home.
Hey, this garbage
I'm
taking
the Bengals. I'm taking the Bengals in this one. I think the Bears coming back down to earth. I'm going with Jamar Chase today. Jamar Chase gonna have a big day. Come on with it, Bengals.
Okay. Trey? Bears,
so, like I said, I don't think this is as a garbage as we think it is. However, I'm going separate of what CC's going. I'm going with Chicago. True enough, like Jamar and Higgins are there, but they have been relegated back down to having to face off having their backup, their third string quarterback as their starting quarterback again, because I think Flacco is injured, and then of course Burrow isn't back, so they're back to where they started at square one, and that might not bode well for them. So I take the uplifting Chicago Bears that aren't doing too bad this year in this game.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Cincinnati. I'm going with the Bengals only because they're a Tiger. I think a Tiger will beat the Bear. So I'm going with the Bengals. Moving right along, we got our last early game, which is, again, 12 o'clock Central Standard Time. About to kick off right now if they haven't already kicked off. We have these struggling Carolina Panthers heading over to Lambeau-leaping Green Bay Packers. And that boy, they love to call Jordan. I'm going to pick the Green Bay Packers. I don't see. We know the Panthers are struggling. I got to go with the Packers. Trey, what you got?
I'm taking the Packers in this one as well, but that's only because although Carolina has been a struggling team, they have showed that they have a little bit of promise and have basically thwarted a couple of my picks throughout the season already. However, they're not consistent enough for me to be like, I'm going with Carolina. Especially when they got a two-headed monster in Dotto and Chuba Hubbard now, because Hubbard is back. But Green Bay is a different team this year. And as we said, Jordan is doing Jordan-esque things. So I'll go up and rock with Green Bay on this one.
I like it. Well,
Andy Dalton blew the game last week, scored 9 points. I don't see them doing anything different this week against the Packers. So give me the Packers.
All right.
Give me the fact.
Moving right along. This one right here should be real easy. We got them who that's headed out to the LA and them Rams. Trey, that's a California team. I'm gonna let you pick first. Rams, Saints, who you got?
I'm taking the Rams in this one.
Oh, he taking it. He took it back. Cincinnati took the first opening kickoff back against Chicago. He took it back for a touchdown. Opening kickoff already.
That game.
Yeah.
Give me the Rams. Give me the Rams too.
Okay, I'm taking the Rams too. Come on, man. Saints ain't doing that, and they putting in a new quarterback over Spencer Rattler. Yeah, you just got to go with the Rams. Next game, Jacksonville Jaguars, Duville headed out to Las Vegas. I'm coming, baby. Las Vegas Raiders, Jaguars, Raiders. I'm going. Y'all know I believe in that quarterback in Jacksonville, so I'm taking Sunshine. So give me Jacksonville. Who you got, CC?
I don't like neither one of these teams, but I got to pick one. So give me the Jags in this one because the Raiders, man.
Yeah. Trey? Come on.
I'm taking Jacksonville this one.
Oh, come on, California. California.
No, I'm taking Jacksonville in this one only because
it's Las Vegas, actually. That's right.
Vegas. I started to take Vegas because Gino is quarterbacking in one of my fantasy leagues because I had no choice. But I think overall Jacksonville is going to be a little more beneficial, a little more engaging, and going to get the dub this week.
Okay. Now, this is probably the game of the day. We got Andy Reid and that bad man and Patrick Mahomes and them Kansas City Chiefs going over there to see Josh Allen and them Buffalo Bills. Man, they on the road in Buffalo. CC, who you got? Bills, Chiefs. 3:25 Central Standard Time, 4:25 Eastern Standard Time.
No hesitation, Kansas City. I'm taking the Chiefs in this one. Buffalo, you got to show me something with that receiving core, man. Y'all, they need that. They need to upgrade receivers. Yeah, so I'm taking the upgraded receivers package on the other side of the ball.
Okay. Trey, Chiefs, Bills.
I think I'm gonna take Buffalo on this one, man. I like what James Cook did last week. I'm not expecting him to do the same thing this week, but if he can show a little of that receiving core that CC's talking about can be effective when Coleman, Shakir, and maybe able to show something. Pacheco was out, so they might remain solely on Hilaire and Hunt in Kansas City.
Kareem Hunt. Yep.
So I think they're just as equal. It's just gonna be a matter of who can have better play. So I'm going Buffalo.
Man, this is a good one. Like I said, I think this is the game of the week, right? Probably, in my opinion. Yeah, definitely without hands down, this being the game of the week. It's gonna be a good game. I feel like this probably should have been the late game, but or the later game. But I'm gonna go with Kansas City Chiefs and Andy Reid. I feel like the Chiefs they done found their groove. I think they're on there, and the Bills give. I mean, this is going to be a good game, but the Chiefs be dealing with the Bills, man. And I just got to go with the Chiefs on this one, man. I just think Patrick and them are going to come out. It's going to be a close one. It's not going to be no blowout. It's going to be like a 3-point game win for the Chiefs, or whoever wins this game. But I'm going with the Chiefs. Last game of the day. It's the late game, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got them Seattle Seahawks who are looking good. Who are looking real good, and the Washington Commanders, who are struggling out there in the NFC East. This is a hard pick because I did see that what's his name is playing for Washington today.
Daniels.
Jayden Daniels. Yeah, Jayden Daniels is playing, so that is a big factor. They are playing at home. However, I'm going with Washington. You know what? I'm gonna take the Commanders. I'm gonna pick first. I'm gonna pick the Commanders on this one. The Jayden Daniels is there, but that Seahawks defense ain't no joke, bro. I ain't gonna play. But Trey, who you got? Seahawks, Commanders. Who you taking?
I'm taking Seattle in this one. I just think with the recovery of Daniels, continue on with it. that Seattle is going to be victorious in this one.
CC, who you got? Commanders. Seattle. Seattle. Okay.
I think it's Seattle because Commanders ain't
hitting on nothing. All right. There you have it. So we have tomorrow's game, which will be the Arizona. Y'all want to go ahead and pick that one tonight?
Yeah. If we get able to do one, we'll do it, but we can go ahead and get out the way so we have it already.
Okay. Arizona Cardinals get Kyler Murray. I don't think Kyler Murray is playing. From what I was told.
No, he's not.
He's out. I think he's out. So they're playing in Dallas. I hate to do this, but I gotta go with the Cowboys, man. Arizona they've been in a lot of games, but this game now they're out without Kyler Murray. I just gotta go with the Cowboys. The way Dak is still playing good, so I gotta go with the Cowboys. CC, your team. We already know the star. Yeah,
it's right there, Cowboys.
Yeah,
Cowboys.
I got you. And Trey, who you got? Arizona Cowboys.
If Kyler Murray was playing versus the Cowboys defense, I would have went Kyler Murray, but they're going to be facing off against Jacoby Brissett. I had to bench Dak in 2 of my fantasy leagues because of what he did last week. He only got me like 6 points.
Ooh.
That doesn't help. He put me in a bad way. But I think he bounces back. I got Dallas.
Okay. Well, there you have it, y'all. That is our week for first formation. That is our week 9 predictions for the games. As you know, right now, the games have started. The Giants have just scored on the San Francisco 49ers. They just scored. So the score is about to be 7-0 on the 49ers. Yes, just so you know. I knew I might have should have picked the Giants, but it's early. It's early. It's early. But he just mushed him right out. Oh, did he step out? Couldn't see his foot.
Yeah, that's what they look. They gave it to him. They already kicked the field goal.
Yeah, they fixed. Yeah, so it's 17.
Those Steelers already.
Oh, yep. And right now, the only other game that scored was the one I was talking about. The Bengals. The Bengals scored on the opening kickoff return.
Detroit scored too. Laporta scored.
Okay, Detroit have scored.
Detroit's up 7-0 on Minnesota.
Okay. Well, I got to get out of here, y'all, because I got to get to this game for the girls and the boys. So I'll see you in a minute, Trey. Y'all be easy. Hey, y'all be sure to stay tuned for First Formation, Cyro 5 Military Fraternity Incorporated. I'm out this building. I'll holler at y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Y'all enjoy y'all's day. Peace.